Hi, I'm Aditi and today I'll be presenting a Figma prototype I created as a redesign for the existing GTS website. The main objective of this redesign was to improve the user experience, make navigation more intuitive, and modernize the overall look and feel of the site. In this demo, I'll walk through two websites and one mobile application redesign and explain how the design's decisions have was taken, how the interactive features, the wireframing, and how a Figma prototype can be designed and can be wireframed so that there is connection between each of the layers in the pages. So let's start with this page. So I've built this prototype using Figma's prototyping tools, which allowed me to link pages and define smooth transitions. So to start with, I'll show how each panel is designed, and each panel is layers. This is the splash screen, which is the one which will open when the application is switched on. Then you have sign up, if signed up login. If password is forgotten, you have forgot password. And next we have the about us pages. There are four screens for about us. And after that we have the home page, search page. Then we have reviews. We have events. So example, if something is there on the calendar and is supposed to be any GTS meeting or anything which is scheduled, will come to this page. After that, we have the profile page where the user's name, everything will be given. You can edit. You can search for the events. You can search for the certificates. You can search for the addresses saved. You can search for the helplines and then all of that. So this is the user details which can be edited. Profile which is edited. So each panel is a transition. So if I click this profile should come. If I click this, the next page should come. So this is how the flow is maintained. So I have addresses. After profile, I have addresses where, and there are, this is a prototype. So there are three random addresses saved, and the user can save another address, and that will be displayed. In a similar fashion, we have helped, so frequently asked or contact details of the company is given. So this is the prototype design. Now when I come to the prototype and the connection and link wireframing, whatever you call it, is a scene and done using the prototype mode. So here you can see I'm in design mode. So when I go to the prototype mode, I can see that once I click get started, the connection is done for sign up. Or if sign up is already done, you can see already registered login. So when the user clicks login, it goes to login. Or no, I don't have an account. So it goes for sign up. So once you want to log in but you have forgotten the password, the user is redirected to the forward password page. So next, after the, you can see on completion your screen 1 is done. So when you skip the about us, it directly goes to the home page. So this is the page. This is a prototype design. So once I click get started, it will go register. So when I sign up, it will come with about us, and then I can click next, 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 and then explore. So when you say explore, the home page opens. Just now, in case you wanted to skip the first page, that is the about us page, you skip that, also comes to the home page. Now next you can see the user profile. So this is the user account. I'm gonna change. So I change the first, last, birth date, all of that, and then submit. Once I submit, I'm back to this account. I have two options here, my address and my events. So when I click on my addresses, it will go to the addresses which are saved, and I have an option of adding a new address. So the other address is also add. Next, we have events. Like I said, events are basically anything scheduled. Right now, just because it's a prototype, we have nothing, but we can add. We have upcoming and registered, and after that, we can click. Then next, we have reviews. So we have reviews from Nancy Kulkarni and all of this. So these are mock reviews, and when you click with photos, you have photo reviews, and then the user is allowed to add a review, give stars, write a review, and all of that. So this is one of the other things. And we have search. We have events managers, help center. So one is the help centers. We have the contact, the email ID, and the phone number. We have frequently asked questions. So, for example, I have so many questions. So I click on one of the first questions. So the frequently asked questions are home. So I get this. And then if I have to log out also, I go here more, and then log out will go to the first splash screen. So this is one of the prototypes, which is the mobile application prototype. The next prototype, which is a prototype for a website and a mobile website. So here, this is another alternator. So we have this is similar to the existing GTS website. So here we have the name, we have the header, we have about us here. We have the statistics. We have the roles and actions, what people have to say in the review, the skill set, and then the again the same login register, and then we have the skill set and what the people want and where you download the app from. So this is like an introduction about this page of the of the website. And next we have a register page, a register page, a register page where the user can register with phone number, a user ID, and password, and you have to re-enter the password like any other register this thing. And then the thing is, you can even choose what kind of a role you're playing. So you're either a service provider, job seeker, service consumer, employee, trainee, trainer, prime. So whether you're a primary user, all of that. So you can do that, and then you can log in. So login is also there. An alternative for login is given, where if the password is incorrect, it will be marked in red, and this is a login alert. So the note for developers are usually given because since this is a prototype, so when this developer is seeing this and making the code and functionality of the program, we have to make sure that we need to see him that if this is the password entered here is incorrect, you should have a conditional entry to this. And even similar for register, if the user ID already exists or the password in re-entered is wrong, so it has to show a wrong password, or each scenario of that should be made sure that it is addressed so that there are no errors in the future when their prototype is done functionally in a complex as the previous one. Here, as you can see, we have two major things, that is the register and the login page. So you can see when I click login, register, the wireframe goes to this. Wireframe goes to this page, which is the register page. You can see the connection here. You say when I tap, it goes to register. So that is what the frame does. So let me just show how the framing works. So now, example, I remove this. And now you can see when I'm in the prototype mode, I have plus sign for the for each button. So what I do, I click this and I click on register page. So it is on tapping or clicking. So here I can change on tap, on drag, on hovering, while pressing. Sometimes you have game pads where if I click up arrow or I enter, it has to go. So all of those also can be done. So or else I can be like after a delay of 3 seconds. Um, so you can choose all that instant dissolve. You have a smart animation. So the transition or the animation between the two layers can also be decided. So let's keep smart animate. So here we get a demo of how a smart animate will look like. So this is how smart animate will look like. You'll slide in. So that is what is there. So after login register, I have login. And login also is there. Similarly, the buttons at the bottom also are linked in the similar fashion. So as I said, if login for now, then just given the worst case scenario here that if the login is clicked and the credentials are wrong, this page will open. Else you continue with your own profile page and all other things of the user. Since this is a prototype, I have just shown the worst case scenario of how once the login is clicked and if the credentials are wrong, this is given because the developers will be given hint whether what are the scenarios of incorrect how many number of tries are left. So this is the prototype. Let's see the preview. This is more or less a scroll through kind of website. So this is the about us page. This is the scroll through kind of website. So you can see the name, the header, the login register, the logo, what we do, who we are, how do we do it, the statistics, roles and action, the reviews that is hear it from people, trending skills it required, then register and login, and then the services provided, and then you have the footer which says contact us, the details, and then the download from App Store and Google Play. So now let's see how the wireframing works and how the connection between the two are done. So like I said, if I click login, it goes to the login page. And once I click login, when the user enters his email and password and clicks login, it goes to the incorrect password page. And yeah, so this is what happens if a login is done with wrong credentials. Now let's go to register. Register, you enter email or phone, you enter password, then you re-enter the password, and then you click register. So that also is linked. Register is also linked to the login page, and we know that once you click the login here, for now it goes to the incorrect password page. So this is a basic simple prototype. Similarly here also in the down, register goes to register and log goes to login page. So this is a simple website prototype consisting of the home page, login and register, and incorrect login credentials also. This is this is the third redesign of the prototype for the GTS website. So this is the most similar to the existing website with a little bit of a user UI UX change where the positioning of the panels are different, the design is different. So you need to make sure that the design is consistent in both the pages. So the first page is about us, similar, where we have what about us, who we are, who are we, what we do, how we do it, the roles and actions, the reviews, search engines, their offices, and the footer, which speaks of the same things of services by location, popular searches, what and more you can find the contact us, and then how you could download the web application. The second one is a drop down menu. So here you can see that there is a drop down option that if I click, there should be a next action. So this is what that page does. So it's a exact replica with three other things. So when I click the arrow, I'll have register, login, switch role. So once register is clicked, I'm taken to the register page where register is given. I can enter phone, email, password, re-enter and register. But if the user is already logged in and by mistake they press the register button, we have an option of login instead. Or the register, it says that you are already logged in, the email ID exists. So for all of that we have the login instead. Footer remains the same, it's the same footer. It's a universal footer here. We have the login page with enter email, password, and then register alternately. So when you see the prototyping, you see that this each time it's clicked, it is linked to this page, and then each of this is register is registered, login is login. If I click this back, it will go to the previous page, which says the drop down menu is closed. So let's see the preview of this. So I'm still in second page. See the flow. So you can see it's the header, and then about us. You can slide and see what we do, how we do it. So this is also a website application. The roles and actions, the reviews. Then we have register login. Then we have service consumer, service provider, search engines. And reward. So now that I go, now if I click this drop down menu, it will open to the next page. And you can see I have register, login, switch role. So I click register, it goes to the register page. And now if I want to log in instead, I click login instead. So let's go to a smaller screen to see the header photo better because scrolling is limited. So you can see the photo is also here. The our offices, everything is clearly seen. So now, and the user clicks. So you can see here that once I click the drop down, it is dropped down. When I click it back, it goes to about us. So you can see that the highlight is done to the current page it is in. So now I click register, it goes to register. Where I have register, enter email, the register or login instead. And then I have the footer. Next, when now if I click login instead, it goes to the login page. With enter login password, forgot password login, or then I click login, or I click register, it goes to the register page again. Now if I want to go to the home page, I just click home, and it goes to the about us page. So this is a basic prototype of the existing website with a different UI UX and with the wireframing to understand how the flow is, how the connection and the flow is of the website.